I would be remiss if I brought Morris Alper on the show to talk about NLP and didn't give the beginners a little taste of what NLP is, or at least what it's based on. So I'm going to do that really quickly in this minute. NLP is basically natural language processing, but what it is taking text or voice, speech, and turning it into numbers and then using those numbers to gain insight into the meaning of the text. Obviously, if your text is 3 words long, you don't need NLP to figure it out. But what happens if you have 1,000-word text one day and then 2,000 word text? Are you going to sit there and read through them all? Of course not. In fact, people don't want to read through an email more than 3 sentences in my experience. They want to get to the point, and NLP allows you to do that automatically with tons and tons of text. So I like using the NLTK toolkit. Some people do this with natural language toolkit. Ray, what it is we're going to turn this into data, so we'll use pandas and NumPy. And then from the NLTK toolkit, I would take word tokenize and sentence tokenize. What is it called? Oops. Comma. Okay, so comma, sent tokenize, and that's all we'll need. Really, and a text. So text, we could call it anything, but I'll just call it text. And in the syntax here, the 3 quotes are going to let me do, a paragraph or whatever I want in it. So we'll say Dr. Candace Moore is using YouTube to show how easy programming can be. Let's just shrink this so you can see all of the text. Paragraph. And she has just written text. The text is designed to be short but have a repeating word. Okay, and I guess that would be text. Did I say that twice? Yeah, text. Okay. Period. And let's bring this up here. Okay, so now we have a text. Woohoo. All right, so now we want to understand what the computer understood as our variable, because this is didactic here after all, so we could just print it. We could print whatever our text variable is, but then we could tokenize it, right? We could word tokenize it, right? That tokenization. So, and if you think about it, tokens, I think of like a round thing you put in somewhere and something happens. So obviously I'm not trying to turn it into a physical token. I just pulled up here on this screen dictionary definitions of token. And what we're talking about is something closer to the first one here. Tokenization means breaking things up into little chunks. So those could be words. We take out of our long running text the words, or sentences, or even paragraphs. And tokenization, the word in this context of natural language processing, is actually a great example of another big important concept in NLP, which is a lexicon, right? So different disciplines have different lexicons. When I say tokenization to someone who's involved in a lot of machine learning, AI, natural language processing, they think tokenization means what I'm talking about. Word tokenization, sentence tokenization. If I say tokenization to someone involved in, I don't know, African American history, they might think I'm referring to the practice of bringing certain people into certain organizations to exist as a sort of token minority. I mean, same word, or but it has different meanings. And that's the idea of a lexicon. Different disciplines will have different lexicons. And we'll get into that later, probably with Morris. But for now, just understand tokenization means breaking up the text into distinct parts, like words, word tokenization, right? That variable of text. And to take a look at it, we could print that too. So put it in parentheses and print that. Okay, and then I want to put it in a data frame. So here's where I'm going to use pandas, right? And remember, it's as pandas, as PD. Blah, blah. Okay, let's not watch me make 1,000 little bugs in the code and then find them. Let's just get to the point, right? So this is the point. You put your number of words and then go down that index column, count, turn that counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, into a column in your data frame. We'll call that number. And then you make another column for your words. So now you have a data frame, we'll print it. And you also can make a dictionary by using to_dict, right, out of the data frame. So let's look at this. This is actually rather, let's run it, rather stupid way to do this. And you'll see why when we have the dictionary. When words are mentioned, see, there's my data frame. And we've got a number. Whoopsie. Got a number and a word here column. And then I just assign the dictionary just like that, number to word, number to word. But if you look at where I have text, the word I repeated several times, it's 8 or 7 is text, and 12 is text, and 25 is text. Stupidest dictionary ever. If you want to learn to make a smart dictionary and understand every single step of the blah, blah, blah part, then you need to go to the notebook that I'm going to put up. Okay. So to do this, you just need to go into that same repository, this one. Login is Makeda. And if you want the NLP notebook, it's the 3rd notebook. Actually, it's the 4th. I started at -1. So, but notebook number 3. This is the critical part. Go into the repository and do the notebook. I'll break everything down for you. Happy holidays and see you next year.